What's up, y'all? Guess who's back?
Guess who's backity back.
Hey! I am your humble host, Mike, and this is my beautiful co-host,
Tiff.
What is up, baby? What is up? Who are we?
I was about to say, we are Damn We Grown.
Dang, how long has it been since we dropped a new episode?
In 9 months?
All right, let's just say it's been about a year and some change.
It's been almost 2 years, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, 2 years. We've been lifing.
Life has fully lifed. Mm-hmm. But we didn't want to, just fade into the sunset. We are back.
We're back. There's been many of y'all asking us, when are y'all coming back? Are you coming, where's the podcast at?
Mm-hmm.
We're like, it's coming. And then something else in life happens and then we forget about the podcast again.
Right. We'll get into it on this return episode, the rebirth of Damn We Grown. We're just going to continue to do what we did before and just share with y'all and, as the black folks say, conversate with y'all about being grown. That's what we are all about. To those that we need to reintroduce our podcast to that have never listened to us, what would you tell them we are, baby?
No, you do it. That was your whole spiel. You'd be like, you wake up, you in your 30s, now we in our 40s, and da-da-da-da-da-da.
Dang, she didn't want to do it, y'all, so I guess I'll do it. She's scary. It's basically, you wake up one day. Mm-hmm. We are in our 40s now. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all are in y'all 30s, Some of y'all are in y'all 50s, but you wake up. You got to pay these bills.
Yep.
You got to take care of all these responsibilities.
You got kids, some babies.
Your babies might have a baby now. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
Right?
We at that age. We got some friends who got kids. That age now.
I was talking about grandbabies. Your babies got babies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who we got? Who?
Caleb, 20 going on 21 or 21 going on 22.
Something like that. Yeah.
We have another friend. His kids are in their mid-20s now. Yeah. They out here.
Well, yeah, it's wild. I didn't want to
dwell on that.
I got gray hairs in my beard now. You know what I'm saying? Even though people at work think I'm 35 out here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Black Not Cracking.
Exactly. Hey.
Nah, but but yeah, you wake up, you got these things that you got to take care of. You no longer can go back to mom and dad's house or mom's house, grandma's house, whoever house you used to grow up in. And you're like, damn, I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Grown.
We grown. But the dynamic has changed somewhat, You can be grown. And nowadays, because the cost of housing and apartments and like you said, the economy is so crazy that it makes more sense for you to stay
at home.
Yeah,
if you can.
to get it together. Yeah. And ain't no shame in that. Do what you got to do.
Yep, pretty much. I have to get Mike some water, y'all. For those
Give me some wine.
Watching.
Give me some wine.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of our podcast. We just talk about stuff. Mm-hmm. Being grown. It could be anything from kids to finances to your mortgage to your marriage to
wild stuff going on in them streets.
Yeah, pop culture, anything, friendships, just being grown.
Straight up.
Right? So, yeah, where can they find us at, baby?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. That's why I threw it on you.
Right.
I don't remember.
I think we're still on Instagram.
We are on
at
Instagram.
Damn We Grown, DAMN We Grown. Mm-hmm. You can go ahead and check us out, damnwegrown.com. I think I need to get that website back clicking like it needs to, but yeah, damnwegrown.com, damnwegrown.com, and you can go ahead and email us, damnwegrown@gmail.com. I'm about to say .com.
What?
Forget you, Tom. wherever you are. It's at MySpace time. So yeah, DAMN We Grown. So that's DAMN We Grown on everything. Yeah. I think even, do we have a TikTok? I don't know. We might.
I think so, but I don't think we ever post on there.
All right, but we're going to, you know what I'm saying, get this together, chop this up, post it up, try to get it daily, you know. So I'm watching a buddy of mine, shout out to Rod, and we got a podcast together. I
was about to say,
you know what I'm saying?
Shout out, even though it's not paid advertisement, but we'll let it slide. I'll let it slide.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Shout it out. Shout it out.
So, you know, it's called Grown Man Game, and we're talking about, you know, all the men's issues, what it means to be a man, manhood. A lot of the stuff that we talk about here, but just from a purely male perspective, you know what I'm saying? Raising these kids, handling business, how to treat, you know, women. Why do men cheat? Why do women cheat? Well, all of the above, but just, you know, working with him, he's always on it. So I'm like, all right, I got to step my game up to help Damn We Grown get to where we need to be.
But the funny thing is...
What's the funny thing?
Ha ha he he. Mike, well, I'll say us, but mainly Mike, he freaking helped him out on getting his podcast started.
Yeah. I mean, we both did. We encouraged them to start their podcast.
Yeah.
Because we've been around doing Damn We Grown since 2018, y'all.
It's been a minute.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, you know, we had to come back. I think this is probably going to be episode 230 or something. But we back. So shout out to the loyal listeners that was on our neck. Like, what y'all doing? Shout out to Ori, Keith, Jody, Derek. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to
Rod and Ari.
Yeah, everybody who's really, you know what I'm saying, really just was like, come on, man, what's going on? You know, shout out to my man Tommy B and everybody over there at the Castropolis Network. You know what I'm saying? We still showing love to y'all. So just thank y'all. Thank you.
And so something that we're doing, new-ish, we've tried it before, but I don't think we really got into it. But we're going to be doing video too. So if your thing is you like watching YouTube and having the videos play in the background, catch us on YouTube. Do we have our YouTube?
Yeah.
I think we do.
Yeah, we still got our YouTube.
Yeah. So if you're listening, you can also go watch us. And if you're watching us and you're like, oh, I just want to listen, you can check us out on the different podcast streams as well.
Yeah, we there, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Just keep us in your ear. And we're there right now. So if this is new for you or you just want a refresher, go ahead and listen to my old episodes, man. Old to us, new to you. You know what I'm saying? Some great moments that happened in those episodes. So, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to get to the elephant in the room.
Yep.
Go ahead and let the folks know where we've been and why we've been.
So we stopped recording in April of 2024. I think it was. So April 2024. Well, prior to that, I would say 2023. Our mom, well, Mike's mom, my mother-in-law, but I call her mom too. She started getting sick and she went into this woman crazy. She drove herself to the ER one night and, you know, she was extremely ill and everything. And, over the months, you know, she was going into the hospital, getting checked out and stuff. And that's when we found out that she had cancer. Yeah. And during that time, I don't think we even talked about it on the podcast because we were still recording that time. But then like February came and I know she got really sick and she was in the hospital for a period of time and we were still recording. And I think we were just, you know, life just started just really catching up. We just had so much to do, you know. For those of you who are new to us, who are new listeners, we have a daughter, a 12-year-old now. And, you know, we had stuff to do with her. And then, you know, we're dealing with this weight of our mom having cancer and her trying to, start chemo and all this stuff. And so like that happened. But then I know we had stopped the podcast in April. And sadly to say, in June, our mom passed away. And during that time, now we're trying to get her buried, and what are we doing with the house, and, all that stuff. So between like June to August, or between June and like September, we're trying to figure all this stuff out. And then we were like, okay, why don't we move into mom's house? So, I mean, that was a blessing for us because we got the space. For those of you who are new, once again, Mike and I, we had our condo and we were trying to move out. Our goal pre-COVID was to move out 2020, 2021 to upgrade into, a bigger home. But then, of course, those house prices started going through the roof, and that set us back some years. And we know one of the things that mom wanted for us was to, she always told me, she's like, oh, I'm going to give you guys a house. I'm going to give you guys a house. And I was like, Mom, like, you can't just give us your house like that. Like, so, long story short, we ended up moving into the house, and we're trying to sell our condo. And I'll let you take over from that point.
Okay. So, all of that transpired, and we're still mourning and dealing with that. And, we're, just going into the new year's 2025 at that time. And,
we
life.
have to get through the holidays.
That first holiday
without her.
Of a passed away parent, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
So, we made it through that. We get to January, then February hits.
This is 2025.
Yeah, in 2025, it's February. We get a call from Tiff's dad. He's distraught. I've never heard this man distraught in...
Ever.
Yeah, since the first time I met him in 2001. So, and he lets us know that Tiff's mom passed away, in her sleep, in her bed. So, just going and dealing with that and the pressures that all, come along with that, and getting her buried. And, it took a minute, when you pass away at the house, the coroner has to make sure there was no foul play, and they got to release the body, and that takes like a month. So everything, took a long time to really just get everything, taken care of. And, it was a difficult time. So we definitely weren't going to be podcasting at that moment. It may have been good for just to talk it out in therapy, but it was just one of those things where we're just like, all right, we're not ready.
Yeah.
We're not ready. Because as fun as this is, as much joy as we have to do it, it's still
work.
It's still work. You know what I'm saying? We got to edit this video. We got to edit this audio. We got to upload stuff. We got to send emails back when people are, asking questions and all that kind of stuff that, we're excited to be able to do. But at that moment, it was a lot. And, so we got her buried. It was a beautiful funeral. And then we just wanted to, because now Tiff's dad was by herself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. In his house. So we just like, okay, we got to make sure that we're supporting him so that, he doesn't, lose himself and, go into any kind of spiral or become, like a hermit just by himself. So, we just wanted to make sure, we included him in everything, and we tried as much as we could to include him in everything. So, older folks be, oh, I'm fine. Y'all live your life. I'm fine now. It's like, come on, man. Come to the house. Come chill. Come do this. Come do that. But, we were able to get over there and spend some time with them. And, just later on in the year, in the summer, we would check on him, call him, and, Tiff's mom and dad were married for like over 50 years, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's still...
56, 57, I think.
You know what I'm saying? So like, whew, you lose your best friend of 50-something years. It's difficult. And July hits and, we're checking on him. We're not getting an answer. And I forgot the name of it what the doctors were, telling us. But basically, he passed away, died of a broken heart.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was just ready to go back with his bride, So he was like, this is enough. And so, back to back to back, y'all. Like, we're talking about, damn, we grown talking about bills and this. But when you get up this age, in your 40s, 50s, people start, passing away. And it's tough. No one prepares you for it. Just like no one prepares you for life, no one prepares you for death. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it happens. So that was just like, took the wind out of the sails. Yeah. So, we're still mourning all three of them and just trying to get in a healthier place. Like, we're definitely in a healthier place and meditating, praying, and just focusing on, the blessings that we've gotten from them and that we have now. We're in this house that we've always wanted to, and we're in a great neighborhood, and our daughter has her own room now, and, we can have friends over, and we've, had friends over, and, just really a good time, but, still, mourning and just, I always tell Tiff, it's like, it's kind of like a wound, like a deep wound. Like, the wound can heal, right? You got to make sure you get stitches and the wound can heal, but that scar is going to always be there. You can always feel that scar. So that's one of the things that, I always remember. And, so we just honor their memory, and we just honor them and the sacrifices that they made for us by continuing to push on and be better and do better. And, take these trips. We headed to Thailand with our friends again and Singapore. Mm-hmm. We were trying to go to Africa, but I think Africa, maybe like in 2 years, we can try Africa. It was just too hot for the little babies that we got rocking with us. So we were like, all right, let's go to somewhere. It's going to be hot, but not super hot. But, and speaking of scars also, it's like I got surgery. I'm telling you, man, being grown is crazy, y'all. Dang, man.
Yeah.
Nobody tell us about this, man.
All these different things. I have my mammogram. Well, yeah, during that time I had my first mammogram. Mm-hmm. And now I'm scheduled to go back for another one already.
I got a freaking colonoscopy to go do. Yeah, 45, man. Black man. I literally saw Kev on stage I think it was yesterday. But he was just like, go to the doctor. Yeah. And there were people in his comments that were like, what, you got a finger in your booty right now, nigga? I don't need to go to the doctor. Just go to the gym and eat right. All kind of things. And I'm like, man, go to the doctor.
And like, kind of, not to like be a Debbie Downer, but going back to, people passing, we just, in between our parents passing, we've also had friends and friends of friends or family that has passed. Like, and you speaking about, you just got to be healthy. Like, one of our really close friends, his was cousin, right?
Yeah, his cousin, Ramon.
His cousin passed away and he was healthy, So it's like, when it's your time, it's just your time. But, we had to deal with all that as well.
Yeah, and he was, with him, even though he was healthy, but it was his blood pressure. And they say, blood pressure is the silent killer. Mm-hmm. Because you can be doing everything. I had high blood pressure. I had to go and get medication and change the way that I eat to get me right to a stable blood pressure. But it's real. That's why going to the doctor is so freaking important, because I would have had no idea. I didn't feel different. Every now and then I'd get a headache, like, I'm fine. I ain't tripping. Doing certain things like, got a little lightheaded, but I'm good. I need to drink water, yada, yada, yada. I was just dehydrated or, whatever it might be. But yeah, and he had a saying, Ramon had a saying called hard work is undefeated. And actually his funeral will be this weekend.
Oh yeah.
So
we are in February, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually Friday. So, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to our parents. Rest in peace to the good brother Ramon. And, y'all, women, y'all be going to the doctor. Y'all be talking to each other. And, so, Tiff's mom and dad, they had a age gap. I forgot how much the age gap was.
10 years.
Your mama was a cougar.
My mama was a cougar.
Out there snatching that little young boy up.
Daddy fell in love when he first seen her. So. He told us the story again. So.
But she was blessed with 87 years on this earth versus, dad was, 70?
76?
76, yeah.
Make it to his 77th birthday.
Yeah, so it's you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's a lot of time. Like, we're blessed to get 80-something years about this thing. I'm hoping for 90. Tiff's hoping for 100. I mean, I'm hoping for 100 too, shoot. But men, we have to go to the doctor. We have to stay on point. We have to continue to move. The older you get, the more you need to be just moving. I used to laugh when I was, a teenager working at the mall, and you go there to set up early and you see all these
the old people
old people walking around the mall. But I get it now, because if you want to live,
you gotta move.
You gotta move. Like my mama, she was only 70 when she passed, but up until the cancer got her, she was
cleaning the gym. She was like the maid of the gym. She would fix stuff around the house.
She was a utility woman.
Yeah,
laying tile, building sandboxes for the kids, building swings for the kids, running around.
She knew which daughter to call to. She knew not to call me.
Right? Like, don't call Tiff when it's time to paint and fix. Even though we did get to painting our condo and fixing our condo and got it right. So, you know what I'm saying? Got that popping. But yeah, just got to keep moving.
Yeah, you have to move.
It's just, it is what it is. You got to go to the doctor. Yeah. You got to keep that movement going.
You got to create those habits. So like, even for myself, like the past year, I've been walking pretty much, I wouldn't say every day. I'd say Monday through Friday. I had to get better on the weekends, but my goal had been 10,000 steps. And I've been staying pretty consistent between the 10 to 12,000 steps, like Monday through Friday, that is. And I'm just like, yeah, because I think about like the older people, and we'll get into it more like what I've been doing personally, but I've been working with older people. And by me having that training and like even talking to these older people, I realized like it's so important to keep our bodies moving, keep that flexibility going as much as you can, because the saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's so true.
Yeah.
It really is true. So
I was trying to use, something this morning, but she was like, we got to do the podcast. I was trying, you know what I'm saying?
I was trying to get ready. I'm literally in the mirror.
I was already ready.
And I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, damn, I'm grown, because I'm thinking about, the tax guy we got to meet with tomorrow. Do we have all the receipts? I need to call and make, change the appointment. I got to do that. And that's what's going on in my mind. And I'm trying to get dressed. And Mike over here trying to creep up behind me. Like,
you know how we do, fellas. They be out there with that thing sticking out.
I just hopped out the shower.
Exactly.
So we didn't have time.
We had
the
time.
podcast, when it got done today, had anything happen.
2 minutes. Okay, that's all we need. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, we are back. We are healing. And if y'all are out there dealing with some of the things that we went through, just know you're either on your way to a better, to a more healthier version of you and healing, or you're getting through that storm, but you're going to get up out of it, and it's not going to continue forever, you know? So just keep up the good fight and keep going, you know, because damn, we grown, you know? Talking to my buddies at work, and, you know, his father-in-law has dementia. So it's just like the way that it affects his life, because, you know, they have their father-in-law living with them, and he's, you know, just...
It's like a baby.
It is like having a baby. It's just, but he didn't come out you. And especially being, you know, a father-in-law that you may not have the best relationship with. I mean, you know, I was blessed to have an amazing father-in-law that I just call him dad. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So, but everybody don't have that. So, you know, just, you got to wipe the booty of this dude. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep him from walking out into the middle of the street and just walking around, or going into the backyard and just peeing because I have to pee. It's like a little kid, you know, it's real. And there's a lot of people that are going through this, and, you know, hopefully they'll figure out a way to, you know, combat it with, you know, different medications, and trying to get my Sudoku on and crossword puzzles and reading.
You got to keep your brain strong too. That's the other thing.
Yeah, but...
So one thing I've been doing recently, I'm on a 9-day, I think today's my 10th day streak. Duolingo. I'm going back to Spanish. I know Spanish is like, but I know it, but I don't know it, you know? And it's like, I need to just like, come on, Tiffany, you've been doing Spanish since like high school. You should be fluent by now. Like, so, but that's one of the things that I remember reading, like to work your mind is learn a new language.
Oh, okay, wow. Cool.
So I'm like, okay, even if I'm just doing my little 5 or 10 minutes a day, you know, just, I'm out here working out. Like I need to work my mind
work that brain. Like you got a little going on, firing off because you're working that thing out. That's what's up. I need to do that too. I was working on, you know, German. I fell off. Shout out to mine. I forgot how to say family in Germany, but shout out to Linda, Richie, everybody. I
was going to say, I feel like we should all learn Spanish. You, me, and Linda and Maddie. And in that way, we can also speak it to each other.
Oh, that'd be dope.
And then once we get through the Spanish part, then we each kind of like go off and learn our own language. Because I'm like, we're in California, y'all. Like we should know Spanish because we're just in California. Like, come on now. Like that should be our...
Hablo español un poquito. Pero necesito más. Más. Necesito más.
Very, very, very poquito español.
Muy poquito.
That's what I always say to people when I am talking. When I'm like, okay, yeah, no, my español very, very poquito, muy poquito. But yeah, we got to keep it strong.
Let's keep it strong. So what's new on the horizon for Dan We Grown? What's new on the horizon for us? You know what I'm saying? You were like, oh, I'll tell the people about what I've been up to. What you've been up to? What's going on? What's popping?
So for the past 2 years, which I think now is kind of a wrap, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But during all this, I was an instructor and I would teach spin classes. That's how I started off. And I got certified, at the gym. And I got certified to teach spin, and I was doing that. And then that location, they got rid of their spin class. And it was just like, it worked out so perfectly because we moved to the house, which is in the different zip code. And the gym right down the street, they're like, oh, like we need someone to teach aqua aerobics. And I was like, hello. So I got certified in aqua aerobics, and I did that. And this was, of course, after, Mom's passing. And then right before my mom's passing, they wanted me to do something else, which it was, Bodyworks.
Mm-hmm.
So I put all my time and attention into that, and I'm learning that. And then my mom passed. And I think, with her passing, the way how I kind of deal with stuff sometimes is like, I like to stay busy. Like I'm cleaning.
That's
like
a lot of people.
Yeah. Like I just, I mean, it's not intentional. Like, oh, I got to stay busy because I don't want to think about, life.
Sort of, kind of.
So anyway, I'm still new at Bodyworks and I'm still trying to learn different routines and stuff. And then right after this had happened, they were like, oh, we want you to teach silver sneakers as well, which is a class for older people, just to get them moving. So we use light weights, we use resistant bands and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm putting all my time and focus into these 3 classes that I'm teaching. And I was just going. Yeah. And then I ended up having a shoulder injury in July. And it was just so painful. Like I couldn't, literally my arm had to stay next to my body. I couldn't roll my shoulder. I couldn't lift it, anything. And I just remember this was like the last time I had spoke to my dad on the phone. And I had, I called him and I was checking in on him. And I was just like, yeah, I have this injury. Like it's getting better though. And that was, of course, the last time. I didn't know I was ever going to speak to my dad, but, and then a couple of weeks after that, that's when he passed. And so I'm dealing with that and I'm just like still busy with work, just pouring into work. And then like finally after we, buried him, I was just like, I can't do this. I can't.
Yeah.
Like, a couple of the people in my classes knew, what had happened with my parents and stuff and my mother-in-law. And like, there was just moments where I would just break down and like cry in class, And I knew it was getting to me when something had happened at work. Someone was complaining about the music or something. And I just remember I came in the next class and I was being so petty. I put on like the whitest of the white music. It was like Elvis Presley and like the Beach Boys. And because they were saying my music was just too hyper, And this, I mean, it was, the silver sneakers class, But it's like
silver sneakers is like for older people.
It's for older people. It's supposed to be for, I think, like 65 and over. But I'm like, I like to, I teach according to the rhythm, like I go according to. So the class was so dry and just boring, right? And I couldn't like get myself out of the funk. And at that moment, I was just like, I can't do this because now I'm starting to project like my anger and my issues and everything onto other people. And so I think it was like by the time November came, I just told my boss, I said, I need time. I was like, I don't know how it works. If you guys got to let me go, let me go. I don't really know when I'll be back. I can't keep doing this right now. Like, I think I threw myself into all these different classes and trying to learn different routines and stuff to keep myself occupied and busy. And it just finally, it caught up to me. And I haven't been back since. So it's now February.
So now I'm sitting next to a dead.
So now I have no job, y'all. I have no job.
But don't get it twisted. You still got the business cracking. And she got one of the biggest paydays. She saved Christmas, y'all. We save money all year for Christmas.
Yeah, I was doing like me and my girls, we were doing a 52-week Christmas challenge where you save like so much money every week. And we save like a good chunk of money. And then I had a gig for Honey Avocado.
Shout out to Honey Avocado. Where can they find you at?
Y'all can find me at honeyavocado.com if you want any pre-drawn paint kits. And I also do paint parties.
It's the honeyavocado.com.
Sorry, the honeyavocado.com.
Or honeyavocado.co.
That's right. .co. Yeah, honey avocado. Anyway, it's just the honeyavocado.com.
Yes.
And I do paint parties and stuff. So what ended up happening was the year prior, I was working with one of my friends that I had already worked with previously. And I was helping her do her event. And so somebody who was attending that event, they contacted me and they were like, hey, we have this other event where there's going to be 100 participants. Can you do it? Can you come, do your paint party? And I was like, yeah. So that was really, really nice. And yes, I got a big check. The biggest check I've ever had one time. Yes, we got a big check. Hey. And I have to say, like, this was one of those moments where I realized I'm like, I thought I didn't need help. I thought I could do it all on my own. Mm-hmm. And it was on a Friday, I think it was. The event was like a Friday or Thursday or Friday or something.
One of those.
And Mike was like, do you need me to like help? And I was like, no, because I knew that they were going to have people help me. And long story short, y'all, if Mike didn't take off work, and he did on his own, he was just like, no, I'm going to take off work and I'm going to come help you.
Mm-hmm. Come on, y'all.
I probably would have broke down and cried. I probably would have just not been able to do the event because, first of all, the setup, it's taken way longer than what I thought it would take. Mm-hmm. And me moving everything from out the car into the venue taken much longer. Like just with the two of us, it taken a long time. So imagine if I was by myself, like nothing would have got done in a timely manner. And I'm just like, I'm so thankful. So anyways, because of that event, now I have another event that's coming up because the person who was in that event reached out like, hey, I have another event. Can you come and do it? So I'm just like beyond grateful, beyond blessed.
Sure,
so,
yeah.
And, I did pray on it and I was just like asking God, like, if I did the fitness thing, which I'm grateful for, and I have that under my belt and I know that's something I can always fall back upon and like go to another gym or something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was like, I do want to utilize my time to pour more into my business. And I think this is the opportunity that he's given me right now.
Yeah. So get it cracking.
Yes, I'm trying to. I got to get over my fear. That's what it is. Are you trying what?
I was going to say, I'm trying to have us owe taxes instead of getting back taxes.
Right?
Making so much money, you like, tax season, we got to pay these taxes. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to have that feeling. Right now, I'm like, I can't wait to get this tax return, baby. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just, a blessing and, keep it going. For me, like you were talking about, my job, like I was able to actually move positions. So, making more money and I'm in an easier position because I was, y'all know, for all the people that used to listen, I just called it the slave place. Yeah. But now, what I'm saying? I'm in the house now, you know what I'm saying?
He's a house nigga.
That's a house now. So, you know what I'm saying? I get to eat the scraps off the table, chicken, all kind of, doing good. So I'm chilling. I don't wake up, tired anymore. I don't wake up sore anymore. And I remember I was talking to a guy. I was like, when I was still working in the other position, I was like, it's a good workout, so, I'll do it. And he was like, a workout? Dude, this isn't a workout. This is terrible for our bodies. This is not, because you just have to continue to go.
That's the lie you were telling yourself to get through it.
Exactly. I literally, sometimes I'll pull up to work, I'll be 20 minutes early. And I just be sitting in the car in the parking lot, just breathing. Like, end up being 15 minutes late, y'all. So I'm like, dang. But now, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm 15 minutes late just because, hanging out with this one next to me. Nah, but it's so much better because of where we live now. I'm so much closer to work. I get home earlier. My hours are earlier. I actually, get to do things that I missed, for years, like 10 years.
Like he's taking Halloween off now.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween with us.
So it's dope, it's dope. We've gone through storms and the fire and we've come out on the other side burned and wet, but we're drying off. The wounds are healing. and we're getting stronger, and we're, you know what I'm saying? Moving on up
Right.
to the west side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good. Our motto for the year is like 2026 is going to be amazing. And, you know what I'm saying? It is. It is. So hopefully your 2026 is amazing too. And just stay focused, keep pushing, don't stop. You know, we've had friends that have had a lot of loss, you know, from grandmothers to, you know, pets that they've loved, little, you know, their pet babies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fur babies is what it is. Shout out to being 45. You know, it's a lot of tough losses that we've all been going through. And it's just like, we're strong. So we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
We ain't going to stop. And we're going to level up.
And I think the thing that, for me, that really came out of all this death is, one, the memories.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, two, like the memories are the past, but like, two, the present. And I know a lot of time, and I know for me personally, like if you listen to the podcast prior to this episode, like many of you know, like I suffered from depression. And because of that, I miss so many like moments. Like I may have physically been there, but like mentally I wasn't like fully present. And I think with the passing of our parents and so many other people, and like you said, fur babies, it just makes us realize like, no matter how tired we are, no matter how much life is lifing, we have to try to put ourselves in that moment and try to enjoy that moment for what it is, because you never know when that's your last time, like you yourself or you with that person, you know. And, you know, like even when we were looking for photos and stuff for my dad, I was like, you know, to put for his memorial service, I'm like, I don't have that many photos of my dad. You know, I had a good amount of photos with my mom, but even then I'm like, I think that's because, you know, she would always be like, okay, especially when I was, you know, like a teenager and little and stuff. Oh, come here, you know, let's take a photo together.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm like, you know, because most of the time my dad is the one taking the photo of me and my mom. I was just about
to say that. We're usually behind the camera.
Yeah. So now I'm like, dang, like I should have been like, Dad, like, let me get a photo with you too, you know? So like the last photo that I have with my dad, and I don't even think it was just me and him. Like I don't have any photos of just me and him. It was like me, him, my cousin, and my aunt, you know? And it's just like, oh, like that's kind of sad. Like I wish my sister, she got a photo because I'd taken the photo of them and it's on our fridge. And that was during, you know, my mom's funeral. But we have to just, you know, it's hard sometimes because it's like, oh, I'm so tired, especially if you're a parent with young kids. You know, you may be drained all the time. And I'm just like, dang, like I gotta, you know, I can't sit here and dwell on the past, on all the things that I'm just like, I feel like I missed out on because I wasn't there mentally. But now I'm like, okay, let me try to make sure I'm here mentally now.
Yeah.
You know.
Take the lesson and apply it.
Yeah.
So I need to get some more pictures with me and Maddie then. Just hearing you say that, because I think we got a good amount of pictures of just me and her. We got a good amount, but
I feel like I take photos of you too. But like, even speaking on that, like when Maddie was in elementary, like they had Spirit Day every month and, you know, like different things. And me and her would always like, I would get a photo of her and like her spirit attire. And then like, I would get a selfie with me and her. And I'm like, I can't even really think of the last time I got a selfie with me and her. Because now she's at that age where it's like, no, don't take photos of me. Now, that's against my consent. And I'm like, girl.
Somebody help us with these freaking preteens and teenagers. Because
that's a whole nother topic we're going to have to get into.
We're going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? Stopping yourself from throwing your child
out
in the ravine. Yeah.
Woo!
But yeah, y'all, we are back. And, you know what I'm saying? We back at it, but we just wanted to use this episode to remind y'all and let y'all know, you know, where we've been at and remind y'all that we still here and we still grown, you know what I'm saying? So we will definitely be seeing you next episode. And we appreciate everybody for holding us down, the people that have still been downloading episodes. And
Thank you.
You know, we appreciate it. And anything you got to say to the people, baby?
Y'all keep choosing joy.
Cheers. Deuces.